In a cashless society, the governing bodies hold complete control over the people, there is no reasoning or protesting. It is the ultimate form of control. Credit Acquisition International. COVID-19 gave the government the perfect opportunity to test its proposed plans of a cashless society. Introducing the method of payment seemed to make sense to the public given the heightened chance of catching the virus through the various bodily fluids and oils that remained on paper currency. However, the method has been proposed by many governing bodies as a possible future for our society. Given the lack of push received by the public, it seems like this could be an easy transition, but is it all it's cracked up to be? Here are the dangers to the general populace if a cashless society is introduced. Credit wholeborne assets. In a cashless society, every penny you have is not only accountable and transparent, it is under complete control and scrutiny by the government and banking system, with them holding powers to not only freeze your accounts but with systems in place to remove money from your accounts for debts, fines, taxes and bills outstanding. This would be done without consent or warning, leaving many on the breadline in a predicament where they would be left without funds for rent and other essentials. In other words, cashless means fully digital, fully controlled, with those who go against the system facing having their funds completely frozen and left without the ability to survive in a controlled system. The cashless society brings with it the social scoring system we see in China today, with residents unable to live in certain areas or work in certain jobs even facing time in prison based on their social score. In addition to the above, here are some things you won't be able to do in a cashless society. Selling items on Gumtree or Facebook Marketplace. Money and birthday cards. Odd jobs for cash such as washing cars, or mowing lawns. Car boots. Pocket money, children are too young for a fully functioning bank account. Saving money in your home. Keeping your money out of the banks. Working for cash. Control your own money. Avoid expensive payment processing fees. Here's what a cashless society guarantees. Banks have full control of every single penny you own. Every transaction you make is recorded. All your movements and actions are traceable. Access to your money can be blocked at the click of a button if banks need clarification from you, which could take weeks, months, or even years. Any transaction deemed questionable, even if it isn't your account, will be frozen with no access to funds. Even with the above taken into account, there is also a greater risk of funds being taken, and other methods, hacking attacks, are on the rise. Given the possibility of loopholes in such a society, it would be highly likely for banking systems to be attacked and access to funds to be completely halted due to such attacks, thus putting you not only in a position where you are unable to access your funds but at risk of having it stolen altogether. Credit the one brief. With the rise of cryptocurrency, the likelihood of a cashless society looks like it could be on the horizon. Although in itself created as a way to step away from the banks and put control back into the hands of the people, the alternative appears to have happened with the rise of blockchains. There is still an element of control over funds. It's a small step away from control returning to the banks. Cryptocurrency in itself can be a great investment or way of pulling your money out of a traditional saving account, but it's not without its risks. And on the blockchain, there is still figureheads, although this is something many are unaware of. Whether the future is through cryptocurrency or traditional banking, either method appears to favor the cashless society method, with both having an element of possible control and a lack of full transparency. A cashless society benefits only those who stand to gain either power or mass wealth, with both the creator of a blockchain or the owners and board members of a bank all set to benefit. Those who suffer are the ones trusting these institutions with their funds, and in a word, their lives. For many have put their trust in both and had that broken. The one element in both of these that can't be trusted is human nature and the need to control those around them. With the passing of Queen Elizabeth, the likelihood of a proposed cashless society in the United Kingdom could be more likely than many believe, given the cost of replacing all the current circulating hard currency standing at over £400 million and taking years to complete. Given the above, it could be considered in the best interests of the people to pay in cash where possible and refute the upcoming proposal to go fully cashless. The decision lies with the populace and those in control. Nothing was changed by sitting idly. More on this story as it develops. Follow our Twitter for updates as they come by clicking this.